Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick.
And my name is Chris. And Nick, what do we got in store today?
Today, Chris, we are taking a look at what Charles Hoskinson has to say about the XRP Ripple disaster here. So really interesting. Obviously, you know our thoughts. I think a lot of other people have shared their thoughts and opinions as well. But what does the Cardano founder think and the CEO of IOHK think about this Ripple disaster? So let's get on into that. As always, if you find it useful and informative, do go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, Chris, shall we jump straight over to the desktop and find out what Charles is talking about here?
Yeah, let's get straight into it, Nick.
Fantastic. So here we are, right? So Cardano's Charles Hoskinson is addressing the Ripple disaster. So it's quite funny because he does live streams on YouTube, and I've been watching a few of them. He has a really good viewpoint on it all as well. So Cardano's Charles Hoskinson dropped a video about what's going on with Ripple, and we already reported quite heavily, I guess, on what's going on there with Ripple Inc. He said that it would defend itself against a lawsuit from the SEC that is claiming the company violated investor protection laws when they sold XRP. Okay, so this goes back to, I think this was, he posted this video when Brad Garlinghouse, that was it, Brad Garlinghouse tweeted out, the SEC are going to basically be filing, which was odd behavior in itself. So Charles went straight to YouTube, fired up a live stream, and this is what he said, right? So the suit, which hasn't been filed yet, would be one of the highest profile SEC actions against a cryptocurrency pioneer, just as the regulator's chairman is departing at the end of the Trump administration, according to the prestigious publication. And it was really odd because obviously, Brad announces it before anything has even been spoken to the public about, right? Nothing was being filed, and yet Brad knew about it ahead of time, which was really, really odd behavior. And Charles does talk about that. So a lot of people in the crypto space are making fun of the company and what they are going through. Brad Garlinghouse posted this message on Twitter after what happened, right? So Brad Garlinghouse said the SEC is attacking crypto. So today, the SEC voted to attack crypto. Chairman Jay Clayton, in his final act, is picking winners and trying to limit US innovation in the crypto industry to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that's exactly what's going on there, guys. If you really pay attention, Jay Clayton was basically saying that Ethereum and Bitcoin, you're okay, you're not securities. They're the only two that they've come out and said that are not securities, even though back when they were first created, they probably were, right? In the same way that XRP probably was, and potentially even ADA from Cardano and a whole host of others, right? This is why it's bad news, because other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, everyone else is fair game for these kind of lawsuits. So you have to be paying particular attention here, and as Charles Hoskinson does as well. So he reacts, right? So Cardano's Charles Hoskinson also dropped a video of what happened to Ripple, and he said he was not biased at all. So he goes on to more than Ripple there. A fellow basically said that a fair, a wise approach. I'm glad that you are open-minded. Your opinion is based on facts. You are not biased at all. You are making fun of them like others. So you are not making fun of them like others. I applaud you, clapping hands sign, right? So someone else posted that Ripple ran a pump and dump scheme. They announced the pump in November. It's pretty clearly a security if they manage to get their price like that. I'm sorry, but they messed up. And a commenter also said that let's hope US regulators see the big picture and recognize the importance this industry will have on the future of finance instead of trying to crush it and inadvertently handling the ball to foreign powers, right? So lots going on here, and basically, Lots of people have this approach of thinking it's a pump and dump scheme, and it's hard to argue with that approach when you consider potentially what Brad and Chris have done, right? But if you park those two guys to one side, individuals such as those, if they have done what they're alleged to have done, then fair enough, park that for a second. But Ripple as a company and XRP, they're two very different entities, right? So if Ripple disappears, XRP is still there, therefore it's not a security. So that's a fundamental thing you just have to understand, right? They are very, very separate entities. And everywhere else in the world, the G20, UK, Europe, everywhere else in the world, we recognize that, we understand that. This is a US issue where for some reason they're getting those things very mixed up, and at least on paper, they're getting them mixed up. It feels very deliberate. It feels very much like a power play, doesn't it, Chris? With how they're going about it.
I think as well, the Howey test that is used is 90 years old. It's clearly not fit for purpose. It kind of reminds me a little bit like the banking system as a whole, to be honest. Dead in the water, old, useless, and not fit for purpose. But all of that to one side, we're likely to get a new Howey test, I would imagine, particularly for cryptocurrencies. I'm just trying to look at the positives, right? So two things that I see: new Howey test of some sort for crypto, and clarity for XRP. They're the only real two positives I can kind of take from the situation currently.
Yeah, it's a very strange scenario to be in, because ultimately, and the same reason that the SEC are continuously being sued by the states, right, around the US, because they're saying that it's okay for broker-dealers to continue selling securities, right, for up to 5 years. But their whole point of the SEC is to protect consumers and to make sure that they can, have the right information and all that kind of stuff. Yet they're going after Ripple because they're selling securities, allegedly, right? It makes very little sense. It almost feels as if they know that XRP is not a security. They don't want it to be taken off the exchanges. They want it to stay there, so they're allowing it to stay there whilst they call it a security, even though they don't believe it to be a security, so that they can deliberately remove Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen from Ripple. That's how it feels. That's, from my personal opinion, that's what I'm taking away from it, because it makes otherwise very, very little sense. It almost feels like a power play to get control over Ripple, get control over the escrow XRP, and absolutely nothing to do with XRP being a security, because it is not a securities fraud violation lawsuit. It's something totally different, right? And they're literally playing hardball. They're taking it right up to the edges. It's an interesting time to be a part of the XRP community, specifically around the world as well, because obviously, this news is damaging to the entire crypto space. Not just Ripple, not just XRP. You have Charles Hoskinson rightly picking up on this, because it is bad for the entire industry, except for Bitcoin and Ethereum, which we know are not the best blockchains, right? And Bitcoin is protected, if you will, and is why you have a very unaffected Bitcoin market currently, right? Ethereum's had a little bit of a tumble, but ultimately it's pretty much unaffected, whereas everything else is tanked pretty hard, right? And there are a few exceptions, of course, but the majority of the market has crashed hard. But we are still above $600 billion market cap, with Bitcoin being like 400 billion of it, right? And institutions, and a lot of money from institutions have flowed into Bitcoin. So they're pretty well protected, but the rest of us, who are not potentially in those projects, are a bit fearful of what's to come. But again, I reiterate, because it is just the US, right? The rest of the world, it's not a problem. This is a US issue, and the SEC are overstepping, in my opinion, Chris, because they are not doing what they are designed to be doing. They're not protecting consumers in this. Instead, they've caused a multi-billion-dollar hurt across the globe, and 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧 has kind of a lot to answer for in that regard. And it's good to see that the states are also suing, the SEC over allowing, securities to be continuously traded via broker dealers. And they announced that just after this lawsuit, which is strange timing. Well, the whole thing is very strange in terms of timing, how they're going about doing it. And it was a very much rush through for 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧 to kind of get this in before he stepped down, right? So you could definitely feel it was under pressure to do it and rush things through. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting time, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, it really is.
Right, so guys, if you did find this useful and informative, do go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it. And as always, if you're new to the channel, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with that being said, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, take care, everyone.